Hello everyone. So I am doing a Celtic cross for today using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot to see what... Ooh, woo, whistleblowers galore, huh? What is happening to Donald John Trump Sr., the White House squatter, the one who stole our election, for Tuesday, August 26th, 2025. And I have allowed for reversals, so there was quite a bit of shuffling beforehand. What is the truth? What will be happening to Donald John Trump? J for genius. Donald J. Never mind. You know what I'm talking about. Oops. Right there. Okay. Well, I doubt he's going to be feeling a lot. So, because with him, he doesn't. So I have to look at it as, well, maybe he's going to be celebrating something, or somebody's going to be offering him. Could be a woman. You know, got the big W on the cup, right? Could be a woman offering him something in secret with the with the High Priestess there. Two of Cups is below. Okay, so he's sitting in this place of receiving support somehow, or a relationship, but with High Priestess reversed, it's definitely brings up unprocessed emotional reactions, which means it comes from the past. When our feelings, the difference between emotions and feelings is that emotions are based in the past, and feelings, when the emotional body is cleared out enough, purified enough, then the feelings are something that we can trust, because they will be about something happening in the present time. And so, but anyway, I think that this has to do with, maybe it's an offer to help him with his vision problems. Maybe it's that he really needs to listen to somebody, but he's not. And like I said, offering him something, I really feel like it's just offering something that is secret, and he's like, oh yeah, and it might not be true, right? In the past, with the Hanged Man reversed, okay, this is my card for insanity, or one of my cards, this one in the moon. This is insanity when it's reversed. This has to do with delusions that he doesn't realize are, not real. This could be a cult member. He's definitely the cult leader. This could be something that leads to him being seen as a traitor. This is also my card for addictions, or for addicts, and especially if they've OD'd. So who is this person, right? Hold on one second. Who's this person? It's ruled by Pisces, who is that person? Or it could just be a woman who is helping him create, in secret, helping him create his traitorship, because he is a traitor and he is an addict. But then again, it could be a healthcare professional in secret helping him to drain out the poison from his body and get his feet more, so that they're working and not in such,
Somebody that helps him to clear out the ankles.
Oh yeah, and then there she is. This is, there's the doctor with the poker, and looks to me to be a female. In his near future, now this could also be this gal here up here, the Queen of Swords. In his life, we're dealing, and we had it in his health reading too. He's dealing with Laura Loomer, Natalie Harp, and Janine Pirro primarily, who are air signs. So, unless there's something new. Now, based on, to try and figure out who the court card is, it always helps to look at the other cards around. And I feel like well, for sure we can tell it's a woman, but I do feel like it has to do with health assistance because of this Two of Cups down here. One of his partners in health. Now, the Devil reversed in the near future is about, so what he's trying to do, I think, is recover his image that he's very unhealthy, because everyone is talking about it. Unless you're just watching Fox News, and maybe they still are there too, or maybe they are there as well. But MSNBC has been for, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks tops, off and on. Lawrence O'Donnell has just been nailing him like crazy with it. They're talking about it all over Midas Touch and Keith Edwards and lots of other YouTube channels. So there's that. And he pays attention to the ones that have the most, subscribers. So I'm sure he's heard about it. Because this card, to me, when it comes to reversed, and it involves a famous person, or for him it's infamous, or somebody who's just, we know, is unwilling to face the truth, and they just believe in their own lies, and they're always projecting, and they're always gaslighting everyone else. What I get with this card is that it's his soiled reputation, and literally soiled. Diapers, all of that. His health problems are out there for everyone to see. He really needs to take time off when you get this card reversed. He needs to stop numbing out. He needs to get out of the, downward spiral of his, the bad choices in the past. But he won't, because he's an addict by nature, and at least dual addicted. I think it's more like triple and quadruple, and so there's that. But his negative health is affecting his public image, and that's the near future. It's only going to get worse, and he can hire spin doctors. He can hire, PR people to try to, so the spin doctor here, spin doctor, all of this, female, to help him. But it's not going to, it won't work. Okay. So what he's attracting for the day with the Nine of Wands reversed, well, just more and more paranoia, more and more defensiveness. He's just going to, be in that stubborn place he always is. And you know what else he's going to do is he's just going to continue to alienate others. Maybe even this person, this woman that has been helping him. Externally, oh, of course, it has to do with his immigration policies. Externally, he'll be seen as somebody who is really, really abusing, the ICE, right? I mean, he's created pretty much like a bounty hunter system. They're offered like $50,000 sign-on bonus, and they get to cover their faces up. They get a badge. They get whatever they need. And they've got all this money, and he has all this money since he passed his big bastard bill. And yeah, so with the Six of Swords reversed, I don't know, maybe he's going to be seen as just carrying so much baggage that people can't handle it anymore. But also, this could have to do, because, when you get this card reversed, it could be bad weather. They're traveling from rough waters to, this is an immigration card too, but the Six of Swords is traveling from rough to smoother waters, to calmer waters. Not when it's reversed. So we're talking weather issues. We're talking FEMA, right? So he's gonna be beat up over that. And what else of the Six of Swords? It's about deportation. I don't know if there's an actual shipwreck that might happen, but for sure, bad weather, and this guy's carrying so much baggage. Oh, you know what else it could be? Maybe he cancels a trip that he was going to go, where maybe he cancels some planned trip because of the weather. But I feel like it's ICE, immigration, and FEMA. Okay, out into the distant future. I don't give a crap what his hopes and fears are, so I changed this position. There's news, financial news coming out about him. More drips of the Epstein files that keep coming out. Messengers about money and things that a person has actually done or they're headed towards. And yeah, news about all of this, I would think. And then at the end of the day, his outcome for the day has to do with the past. And there's no way he ever honors his calling, so I'm not going to read it that way. With Judgment card, I'm just going to literally read it as judgment. So, yeah, he will be judged for immigration policies and the problems with FEMA. And his paranoid delusions will be brought out into the news more and more and more. His addictions and his bad health will be brought out into the news more and more and more. When we do a Celtic cross, we tie together the bottom is where a person has control, and up above is things that are either on their mind or hanging over them, or karmically. I like to read it that way too. And of course, this is this woman with the jabby, and it's also a woman with the power of the pen, and so in these days it's social media, right? So again, I really feel like the human printer, Natalie Harp, but also Laura Loomer, and then the person the person that's spinning for him, but also a healthcare person that helps release the fluids, right? And that may come out on the news, and then people will judge, because in the Celtic cross we tie together the near future and the outcome. But I like to use this as the distant future, so I tie both of these cards together. So we're going to find out. Okay, let's see what was at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups and Two of Swords reversed. Okay, so the 10 of Cups can be like the happy family card, but we know that he's come from a very dysfunctional family. And happy families and people who want happiness and the LGBTQ community, everybody deserves to be included, not excluded, when it comes to justice and fairness and equality. And that's what this card is really all about. That's how you create a happy family. That's how you create a happy country or run a happy country or try to hold space for happiness in any country. But with him, no, it's about drugs. The Two of Swords is drugs. It's also the stalemate card for getting what do you call the I think he's thinking a lot about the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah. Frick that dude. I mean, you've moved way beyond that corner, that intersection of frick around and find out. And by the way, January 31st of every year is when the nominations close. And I believe he's already been taken from the list of any possibilities, taken off the list of any possibilities because of his decisions in the past and what he's done. He's a warmonger, so why would... I mean, it could be worse. He could be like Netanyahu, but he's good buddies with Netanyahu and good buddies with Putin, and they don't like that. And this is our, Moon and Libra card. So this has to do with Putin, I think. Let's see. It's also a card of somebody who delays making decisions, somebody who's a two-faced liar to his own country, and somebody who is a cheater, and somebody, because this whole reading is what's happening to him, his lies are going to be exposed. More of his lies will be exposed today. So we can plan on that. And, we can always count on every friggin' day for him will be a drug day. Yeah. Okay, well, that's it for today. I think maybe tomorrow I'll use the Visions of Life because I think it's time for that. And I ordered their second edition, so when I get that, I'll use that. But I just wanted to check in here and see what's going on. So even this will go beyond today because to have the Judgment card and we have the reasons here for the Judgment and then more information with the two bottom cards, the foundation of the reading that goes well beyond the day, and then the news will just keep pumping it out. Physical proof. So Epstein files, lies, cheating, problems with ICE and problems with FEMA is what I'm getting there. Yeah, okay. Thanks, you guys. Have a really good day. Take good care as always.